This morning, outrage from President Zelenskyy as the civilian death toll continues to climb. He says this is an evil without limits, and if not punished, it will never stop. At least 52 people, including 5 children, died in yesterday's attack on the train station in Kramatorsk. There were thousands of civilians waiting right there, and the Russians knew it. The calculating target, one of the main exit points from eastern Ukraine, a gateway to safety. There are children lying there, this woman says, and a few feet away, the remains of the rocket. U.S. intelligence officials say they believe it was a short-range ballistic missile fired by Russia.
It is, again, of a piece of the Russian brutality in the prosecution of this war.
Suitcases left behind, strollers, anything people grabbed on their way out. This man, still in shock, says he pulled the body of his dead grandmother out of their car. Kramatorsk is in the Donetsk region, home to the predominantly Russian-speaking population that Putin claims he wants to liberate. But instead, he's trapping them, preventing anyone from leaving. In Bucha, on the outskirts of Kyiv, more body bags, a mass grave exhumed. The grim aftermath of what is now carefully documented is yet another apparent war crime.
President Putin is a main war criminal of 21st century. Of course, he is responsible of all of this, what is going on now in Ukraine.
In the shadow of the church, officials telling NBC News, all of these people, civilians so far, and all of them died a violent death. The head of the EU, Ursula von der Leyen, visited the site Friday, the highest profile foreign leader to come to Kyiv.
It is the unthinkable has happened here. We have seen the cruel face of Putin's army.
But President Zelenskyy says it will be even worse elsewhere. In Borodyanka, closer to the Belarus border, they're just starting to gather evidence. It is much more horrific there, Zelenskyy says. There are even more victims of Russian occupiers. But on the battlefield, the attention turned to the east. The regional governor warning there is no secret the battle for Donbass will be decisive. What we have already experienced, all of this horror, it can multiply.
Now, while the U.S. says Russia was behind that attack, Russia has denied responsibility. But the regional local government in the Donbass region says at train stations this morning they are now taking additional precautions to avoid large crowds because clearly Russia is targeting big groups of civilians. Peter, Kristen?
The situation there is still so crushing. Molly Hunter in Kyiv for us. Molly, thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.